Round 6 coverage of the VFL was at Victoria Park, Collingwood and Sandringham. David Rhys-Jones was in the expert comments chair. Well, it was a topsy-turvy game, Rhys. It looked all Sandy up until half-time. Collingwood fought back brilliantly, but the Zebras finally got the points.
Yeah, look, Collingwood, they started well. Didak kicked a couple of early goals. They were terrific early. And then Sandy just got on top and up to half-time. I mean, to get a 48-point buffer at half-time, you think, well, the match is over and how far are they going to win by? But to Collingwood's credit, look, they fought hard to get themselves back into the match.
As you said, 3 of the first 5 goals of the game for the Magpies. And then there was a period at the end of the second quarter after Didak had kicked the first 2 for Collingwood. Period at the end of the second quarter that Sandy dominated, and that was actually into the win. So to take an 11-point lead at quarter time into the win was really important for them.
Yeah, it was. And Collingwood really took their foot off the accelerator from a good start and allowed Sandringham to dictate the terms of the match. And they chased hard, they tackled hard, they caused turnovers, and it was exactly the opposite after half-time. And obviously Tarkin Lockyer give Collingwood a bit of a spray at half-time, and they've come out and all guns blazing, and we're in front at three-quarter time. It was amazing.
Yeah, he might want to bottle that one up. This was second quarter action. Sard kicking one of 7 goals for the Zebras. I think you mentioned Donnell. He was simply brilliant, Sam Donnell, in that second quarter. He was the best player on the ground by a long way at half-time.
Yeah, certainly. And probably, look, he was starved of opportunity after that, but he showed a lot of class and poise. But there are a lot of Sandringham players who just drifted out of the game. I mean, they had no contribution at all after half-time. So a little bit disappointing from Sandringham's point of view, but they got the 4 points in the end.
Well, this was the third quarter. Jamie Elliott kicking one from the boundary. They just couldn't miss at one stage. Every single contested ball they seemed to win. And then in the final term, Payne got the first goal of the quarter. Cook came up with that. And we said at the time, maybe that would give Sandy a bit of confidence. And so it appeared, because they put 4 on the trot together after that.
Yeah, they did. And this was a stage where you thought, well, Collingwood, they're just showing enough at this stage and they might hang on. But kicking with the wind, I suppose it did have a bit of an advantage in the end. And we see Ahmed Sard here. Didn't do much for the day, but kicked a couple of important last quarter goals.
Yep, and it was raining goals at the end for Sandy. They finished up kicking 6 goals 5 to 3 goals 6 in the final quarter. So for the third successive meeting between these teams, as Simon McPhee, the Sandy coach, looked on, it was Collingwood leading at three-quarter time, and the Zebras were able to run over the top of them. The final numbers, well, the inside 50s got very imbalanced at one stage, and Collingwood finishing up just with the advantage there. But it was Sandy victorious, and they won by 11. 18-15, 123 to Collingwood, 16-16, 112. The Zebras notch up win number 3 of season 2012 in the VFL.